I'm Tamara Novitović, and this is SEO in 2025.
Tamara, what's your number one SEO tip for 2025?
It's to predict user needs with artificial intelligence and then secure that backlinks drive you both rankings and engagement.
Right, okay, so sounds pretty definitive. Predict user needs with artificial intelligence. How do we do that?
So it seems like we will have to live with AI now. I really hope that this won't be the case, but as we could see from this whole year, everything has been using AI, and even all new Google features are using AI. So naturally, we will have to adapt to this. And how do we do this to predict user trends? The answer lays in behavioral analytics. It's basically taking out the data that we already have from our favorite tools. It can be either Google tools like Google Trends or Google Search Console, Google Analytics, or some other SEO tools, exporting that data and seeing behavioral patterns or seasonal patterns or anything that can tell us a story about what the user needs and what the user does on the web and during the search process.
So how does this help to secure backlinks and drive both rankings and engagement?
Yes, so backlinks have been a hot topic for the last few months because of the recent spam updates and all of the changes in the Google search results. We are seeing less backlink effects because of the Google generative overviews. And it's been a question whether backlinks are important or not. But we are seeing that the backlinks are still important because they drive users to the final stage and the final page that they need. How do we use backlinks in the best way possible, both for user engagement and for the rankings? We tailor the backlinks to the keywords and to the user search intent. So what we used to do in link building a lot is that we tried to manipulate the algorithm and to build backlinks because of the algorithm. But now we saw that these are being considered as spam tactics and that they no longer bring a lot of value. So now we have to turn the backlinks more to the user and actually make those backlinks useful for the user, not just for the algorithm. So circling back to user experience and both rankings, the backlinks need to bring even more quality now, not just because of being number one on Google, but for actually bringing benefit to the end user.
So you've mentioned the word user a lot. You're talking about user experience, user intent a couple of times before that as well. In your opinion, how important a ranking factor is user intent, and how should we optimize for it?
So I'm using the word so much because it's been a buzzword in Google Documents as well and in the recent Google updates. So everything should circle around and focus on the user. As well as the rankings. It's been quite a race and kind of a game with all the new Google updates and features. We are seeing less and less organic results being featured as number one thing that user sees in the result page. So I believe that SEOs need to be even more skillful and creative to get to the rankings and to actually push their organic results as high as possible and fight both paid results and AI results, generative AI results that we see now above the organic results.
Okay, so and another word that you mentioned is engagement. So that's when someone gets to your website probably. How important a ranking factor is that?
It's very important, and it can be measured both on the backlink page and on your client's website. So there are different types of engagement. We can track the engagement with your backlink, like the external engagement, and we can track the internal engagement on the website. As we are talking about the backlink perspective here, there are different ways that you can use third-party tools to measure engagement on your backlinks that you are doing. You can also track the engagement on your competitors' backlinks and see how the users behave on those pages and maybe try to mimic or repeat those results in your strategy if they are successful enough. So engagement is a very useful metric that you can use in multiple ways.
So as we're embracing AI, whether we like it or not, how can AI be used to predict user search trends and behavioral patterns?
So doing this requires a bit more of a skill upgrade. I didn't know a lot about data analytics a few years ago, but I realized that I will have to learn more to use it in my future work. And I can advise all SEOs to do the same, to stay up to date with all of the changes and updates. And why I'm saying this is because with some free courses and free tips, for example, from Google, that you can find on Google Cloud and in their big query studio, you can learn very easy and fast Python or SQL tactics and scripts that you can use to filter out and process your traffic data, for example. When you work a little bit with the data, you can, let's say you are using ChatGPT-4 or some other machine learning language. You can process that data that you collected and filtered out, and then the AI can help you with reading the historical data or understanding the data better. A lot of amount of data that you are maybe not able to analyze yourself in a whole day. AI can help you with this and read what the users did, how they engage with the content or the backlinks, or maybe even the email sequences in your outreach process. And then AI can spit out the information or prediction about the data that it just read and analyzed.
Okay, and do you also advocate providing AI with user data from your own brand to help it better understand their users' needs?
Yes, you can export the data from your own website, from the tools that are connected to your own platform. You can export the data from third-party tools, whether it's for your outreach strategy, from email automation tools, or if it's from content optimization or keyword optimization like Ahrefs, SEMrush, or Majestic. So it can go a lot of ways.
Okay, and you don't want to, of course, I guess, just provide the AI with every single piece of user data. You want to skew it towards users that are more likely to engage with your site and more likely to become customers. So are there any metrics that you look at to begin with to identify the best users and the users that you should be providing AI?
Yes, so the best possible metric here is focused on the keywords, the ranking of the keywords, and then the traffic that those keywords may bring. And the best context for this would be the competitor analysis and the research of your top results on your keywords. And here you need to be very careful with how you are reading this data, because keywords have certain intents, and it can be a difference in just one word for the same keyword for the same meaning. If there's just a different term in the keyword can have a very different intent. So you need to have a very sharp eye and maybe even use AI to help you out to analyze and feel which is a very funny word to use with AI, but feel the intent for this keyword. So then when you understand what your user actually typed in and what actually brought the most engagement and the most traffic, you can understand which keyword to use in your own strategy.
Interesting. So have you actually in the past provided AI with keywords and said to it, can you categorize these keywords into various intents?
Yes. And I have to say that it's very successful. And I can see that, let's say, comparing it to last year or 2 years ago, AI is now more capable of actually knowing the context behind the search and not just filtering out keywords by clusters or more technical filtering. So it can really read and understand the intent and not only group the intent in the main 4 categories, but it can also give recommendations, whether it's a mixed intent. So it can happen that one keyword can have 2 different intents, and AI is very good at recognizing this, I have to say.
And what are your thoughts on using AI for more of the strategic side of SEO? For instance, can we use AI to build a backlink strategy that attracts credible links?
Well, not as far as I know, no. I work a lot with backlinks, and I can say for now that AI is not able to perform or to plan a full backlink strategy. It needs guidance, and it needs to be used only as a tool to filter out or to analyze data quickly. I don't think it has the capability of understanding what a strategy means and understanding the full, maybe business potential or the final goal that your client wants.
SEOs are safe for another year.
Hopefully.
If an SEO is struggling for time, what should they stop doing right now so they can spend more time doing what you suggest in 2025?
They should get off of LinkedIn, stop reading all the crazy updates, all the clickbaits about Google comments or recommendations, all those crazy articles, and just they should go back to their strategy, focus on what's important for the business goal, and do the testing.
How often should they go back to their strategy? Is this something that's only done every quarter, say, or more often than that?
I'm going to have to use my ace card here and say that it depends.
That's a joker.
Yes. So they can play around. If they have a certain strategy that works for different types of websites, that they can take shortcuts and maybe implement it quickly and save some time, but they never know what the end result will be. Then they can maybe invest a little bit of more time and try out different strategies. But usually I would say that a 3-month template mostly shows results for any kind of website from my experience. So going with 3 months can maybe show some results, or in 3 months, if we don't see any results, we know that it's too slow.
Tamara Novitović is head of SEO at Bazoom Group, and you can find her over at bazoom.com. Tamara, thanks so much for being part of SEO in 2025.
Thank you, David. It was a pleasure discussing it with you.
I've been your host, David Bain. Get your copy of SEO in 2025, the book, over at SEOin2025.com.